If you stop working tomorrow, will your money stop? That shows how in control you are of your wealth. And if time is the only thing you can leverage to make money, you'll be broke for life. So here's the way out. Despite what you think about money, you don't make money, you exchange it. So actually, it's a byproduct. So if you focus on it, it won't flow. This is where most people get it wrong. They're focusing on their paycheck every month, making sure they can pay their bills. Focusing on money does not equal money. You may want a six-pack, but you're not doing crunches and you're not taking care of your diet in the kitchen to make sure your body fat is as low as possible. You just won't get abs. Same thing about money. You want money, but you're not impacting thousands of people, so it's just not going to happen. College, university, working 60 hours a week, all these things equal effort, and effort does not equal money. This is the thing that we need to ingrain into everybody's heads. A handyman came in to fit a TV at work, and he was moaning that he's doing all this effort and labour, so he's working hours and hours, waking up early, doing the same job every single day, doesn't even see his wife because he's always working, and he makes minimum wage. He barely scrapes by with his bills, yet the owner of his business, he doesn't work at all. He just thinks. He comes up with ideas. He solves problems. He is the owner of the system, and if you're the owner of the system, you will get the money. The owner is abroad right now, and he's still getting paid. So he's not there, but he's still getting paid. How does that work? The worker keeps coming in on shifts because the owner has employed him and employed a lot of money into adverts into the workers themselves for the paychecks. And that's why he doesn't have to work, because he's deployed the money and the workers. That's better than investing your time. You can put money into something, you can put other people's time into something and delegate that, and that's how you make more money. And if that annoys you, that's okay. It annoys a lot of people because most people are workers, and that's how it's got to be, because you only have a few business owners, or else there's going to be tons of business owners and no workers to do the jobs. But it depends what you want to be. If you want to be the worker, or if you want to be the wealthy business owner with a lot more responsibility, but a way better lifestyle, freedom of your time. So money is simple. It comes down to one thing: solving painful problems in the marketplace. And it's got to be painful because that creates urgency. More pain equals more money. Here's an example. If a young lad says he can't get a girlfriend, he's not going to pay someone £5,000 for a mentor on how to get a girlfriend, is he? But a husband about to go through a divorce, lose his kids, and lose the bond that he has with his wife, he will pay good money for a solution because the pain is so deep that it is urgent to him. And this is what makes money. If you have a solution for him to save his marriage, cure depression, rebond his family, don't you think that'll pay well? Now, if your heart's just dropped and you think, oh, that feels a bit stingy, how can you make money off someone because he's in pain? This is where it separates people now. You could get offended by that statement, or you could just think about it objectively without judging it. Because most people, even me, feel a bit of imposter syndrome sometimes and doubts. Most people say, but that's manipulating him to give me money because he's vulnerable. So why would I do that? But that's how money is made. That is a solution to a problem. And he is willingly throwing his money at you because you've got the solution for him, which is the point I talked about earlier. Go really specific into a niche. So if you're going to start a business, you help men who are going through divorce rebuild their bond with their family. That is so niched that you don't have any competition, and it'll still be very high demand, and you just zoned in on someone that is willing to pay you £5,000 for 6 months of changing his entire life and transformation. That's what people pay for. They don't pay for effort and hours, they pay for a transformation. Same thing with me, with my personal training. I've helped my clients lose 4 stone. They are paying for that. They're not paying to be my friend. Well, some are, but they're paying for the transformation and the result. Putting yourself into a specialized niche, saying I'm a specialist in this area, is way better than saying I help people in dating. Like, who are you going to sell to? It's hard nowadays, especially with everyone online. You've got to really stand out with a unique selling point, the USP. But that's not about this video. Here is about why money obsession is actually keeping you poor. You don't need to focus on money. You need to focus on the value and what you can actually help people with who are urgently needing it. So most people won't own their own system because they feel rude taking somebody's money. But it's all mental. If you've got a bad relationship with money, you won't want to take $5,000 off someone. Whereas if you think you're going to help someone in this huge way and impact their entire life and impact thousands of people, that's where you start making the money without focusing on money. You don't need to focus on money. You set your pricing, you forget about that and say, I help you with this. I know someone online that charges £5,000 because I looked at it. It's for a dating coach. And I was seeing his system because he is a multimillionaire. Charged £5,000 for a 6-month course on how to be better at dating for young men and also for men who are going through divorces. Both of those sectors are in a lot of pain and will provide a lot of money for him. That's why he's a multimillionaire. And guess what? It's his business. He's not a worker. He doesn't do the phone calls and sales, even though you can still make a lot of money from that because that is high value work, a high value skill. Whereas if you're just unloading a few things from a warehouse, that's just leveraging your time, and that's not transforming someone's life. So the top earning categories is health, wealth, and love, meaning relationships. If you can help someone earn more money, get fitter, or help their dating life in some way, or relationships, or depression, you're going to make tons of money. Those are the top three. And you might be thinking, how can you do this? Because you just work a job. How can you solve problems? The bosses just tell me what to do, and I do that certain job, that's it. And that's why you need something on the side. Treat it like your full-time job. Something that you own, something that you're the boss of, something where you come up with the ideas, you come up with the solutions, and you're the thinker, not the doer. That's the crucial difference. The thinker and the doer. The thinker gets the money, the doer is tired and frustrated and hates the boss, basically. Everyone hates the boss because they make so much money and think they should divvy it out to a load of people, but that's never how it's going to work. And if you start something on your own, you'll be the owner. So this is where you can make a ton of money because you have an asset and you deploy a ton of money through loans or any leverage that you can find, because you probably won't have enough money to start your own business at the start. And then you deploy that money into the workers, like your current self. If you're a worker now, you're an employee. People are employees, people are out there. There's tons of employees. You can put your job listing on Indeed and people will come to you saying, I want this 20 grand a year. I'll do this job for you. And then you don't do the thing. You come up with the ideas and the solutions and it's your business. You own the system, you make the money. So another thing to focus on is you make money from your positioning. If you're the CEO, if you're the director, you will make the money. The richest people in the world don't even work. So treat this business like your full-time job, alongside your full-time job, so you can actually make some money in the meantime, and focus on one thing. If you focus on 5 businesses, like I said in my last video, it won't work because you're digging 5 tunnels. You'll dig 1 tunnel a lot faster. The next section is why employees won't actually be wealthy in all ways. So there's 4 ways. In some fields, they make a lot of money, employees do. Like me with my sales job, full-time sales, I make a lot of money from that. But it's not full wealth because, I'll tell you now. 4 types of wealth is you need financial wealth, which is money. You can get that from an employee if you have a certain job role. Social wealth, which is status and friends, And third one is time wealth. This is freedom. This is not reliant on your presence to make money, and this is slim for most people. And number 4 is physical wealth, which is actually health. Your diet, your training, your sleep, your stress management. I'm a personal trainer, so I know everything about the health side of things, and that's why I'm so healthy, and I can do my job perfectly because I'm optimized in my body. Most people have the money and the friends, number 1 and 2, but they don't have the time and they don't have the physical health because they're drained, they're unhappy, they're overworked, they're sitting down at a desk all day or doing too much heavy labor. It's really annoying to watch. And it was annoying for me when I was working in the warehouses and all that, like I said in my previous video. People pay the owner of the business, not its workers. If you've got a business, then you've got an asset to leverage. And the thing is, you don't even have to pay taxes if you like this, because what the wealthy people do, and it's crazy to even think about, is they ask for loans against the asset, the business. And if you get a loan against the asset, you don't pay taxes because it's not your money. You're borrowing money, meaning you don't pay taxes on it. Whereas if you took the money out of the stock market, that is instantly taxable. If you took the money out of the business, use it for your own personal expenses, that's taxable. That's why they don't do it. And there's a thing called buy, borrow, die. So they buy assets like a business. They borrow money, say 100 grand a year they borrow, then they take out another loan, another loan, another loan, until they die. And it all gets settled off because they're dead. That's what the rich do, and they get away with it. If that annoys you, it can do. It could annoy a lot of people, especially if you go into a pub and tell the pub blokes about this because they hate stuff like this. But wealthy people never use their own money. So in summary, people pay for solutions to problems. They pay for trust, like a brand they can rely on, and they pay for results, transformations, but they don't pay for effort. They don't pay for 70 hours a week of work and labor and 5 years of uni. Just thoughts, ideas, solutions, transformations, and people need an emotional and logical reason to buy from you. Emotion and logic, if you only have one, it won't work. So I could talk about that in the next video. Put it in the comments if you want to know how to actually sell to someone using emotion and logic together. They actually buy for emotion first, but they need to justify it with logic. And the last point, if time is the only thing you can leverage, you'll stay broke for life. Adding value attracts money naturally. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching.